Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where we're going to be doing more Leetcode. Today we're going to be doing an easy problem, best time to buy and sell stock. So let's just get right into it. So in this problem, we are given an array of prices, right? Where prices at a specific index is the price of a given stock on that day, right? So this problem is asking from us is it wants us to maximize our profit by choosing a single day to buy one stock and choosing a different day to sell that stock, right? And in the end, we have to return the maximum profit you can achieve from this transaction. If it's not possible to get profit, you have to return 0, right? So let's just look at an example here to better understand this. So we have input, we have prices, which is our array of integers, which is our prices, and we need to find the maximum profit, right? We have to find the best time to buy and sell it, so we maximize the profit. And obviously it says choosing a different day in the future, so just looking at this array here, right, the output is 5, and you might be thinking 7 and 1, right? That's the biggest difference, right? But no, 7 is before 1. You have to buy first, then sell. You can't buy in the future and sell in the past. This array is like going in the future, day by day. This is the next day, the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. So you have to sell in the future, basically. You have to buy before you sell. That's what it basically means. It says that right here. I know it says that, but I was just making sure you guys understand that. So how can we do this, right? So we know we can't go back, so we have to prevent that. So that basically means we need to be comparing the numbers, two numbers in this array, like going forward. You have to compare the best time to buy it and the best time to sell it, and then obviously subtract them and find the best profit. So we can do that with 2 pointers, right? 2 pointers, 1 pointer for buying, 1 pointer for selling, right? So we can calculate the difference. So let's just start off with 2 pointers. So we'll have a left pointer at the beginning and our right pointer just 1 right after that. So 7 and 1, right? And notice, obviously, if you calculate the profit here by doing right minus left, 1 minus 7 would be -6. And that is pretty bad. That's a loss. So what you want to do here is start looking at a different combination of numbers. But one thing to notice here is that the right pointer is less than the left pointer. So that means it's a loss. So if the right pointer is less than the left pointer, then we should be looking at a completely different window. So right now we're looking at 7 and 1. Since the right is less than the left, then we should just move both forward so we can get a profit first before we start looking for the max. So I basically already hinted to the solution here. This is a sliding window problem, as you can see. So let me just go more into it. So now, since the right pointer is less than the left, so a profit is impossible, we move both forward. So now the right pointer will go to 5, and the left pointer will go to where the right pointer originally was, which was 1, right? Then you compare both pointers. Now we're looking at this window right here. We slid the window forward. We you know what I mean? So now the right pointer minus the left pointer, 5 minus 1, which is 4. That's a profit. That's good. That's the best profit we've seen so far. And the right pointer is more than the left pointer, which is good. So there's no need to slide both pointers forward here because we've gotten our profit. There's no need to do that now. If we did, imagine this was if it was reversed 5-1, then we would have to. But now that we've gotten a profit, we can leave the left pointer here and keep sliding this right pointer forward and compare with our best profit we've seen so far to see if we get a better one. So now let's move the right pointer and leave the left pointer as is. So now the right pointer will go to 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 is less than 4. So that's not good. That's not good enough. Let's move again the right pointer forward. But notice again, we found a profit, right? We move the right pointer to 3, and 3 is still more than 1. So we keep moving the right pointer forward. So now we land at 6. 6 is more than the left pointer, more than 1. And then now we calculate the profit as well, because the right pointer is more than the left pointer. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 is actually more than 4, so you find a better profit now. So now we can update our best profit that we've seen so far to 5, right? Remember, also you notice here, we have to store the best profit we've seen so far, and then we also have to store the best profit we've seen in the whole loop so far. So we kind of have to have two variables there, and I'll show you that in the code. And now so far this is our new max profit 5. We move the right pointer forward 4. 4 is more than 1, so we can calculate the profit there. 3 is still less than 5, so the best profit we could have here is 5, and you can see here in the output it's right there. So now I basically explained the intuition of the solution. So now hopefully you've understood that. If you can't, maybe you'll understand it better when I code it. So let's get right into that. So remember, like I said, we're going to need an array to store the best profit we've seen. Well, this result, or like not array, sorry, this result variable will store our answer of the best profit or max profit. We'll return this at the end. And now, remember, like I said before, we need a left and right pointer to compare, right? So our left pointer will be at 0. We'll start at 0, and our right pointer will start right ahead of it at 1, right? Like I had before at 7 and 1 here. So now we've got that, then we can just simply loop through the array. So while the right pointer is less than or equal to the length of prices, because we don't want the right pointer to get out of index. Now, remember what I said. The only way we should see a window as valid or even compare them is if the right pointer is more than the left pointer. So remember here at 7 and 1, the right pointer is at 1, the left pointer is at 7, right? We have to subtract the right minus the left, or we can just compare them actually. So if the value at the right pointer, right, if it's more than the value at the left pointer, right, then you found a profit. Then you can calculate the profit. And remember, we need to store that profit temporarily, right? So we'll just make a variable called max p in the loop, max profit, and that will just be the prices at the right pointer minus the prices at the left pointer. Because remember, this will always be like a positive profit. It won't be a loss because we know that the right is more than the left. So then after that, now that we've gotten our current profit that we've calculated, then we have to compare it to the best profit, right, that we're storing out here. This will be our return value, what we return at the end. So we have to update that, and we're just going to simply call the max function to get the max of both. So the max of itself, result, and max profit, right? And that is basically it for that, if the right pointer is more than the left pointer, if it's a profit. But else, that means we haven't gotten, that means our right pointer is actually less than our left pointer. Like, for example, here, 7 and 1. 1 is less than 7, so what do? We shift the window that we're looking at. We shift the window forward. So, like I said, we would just set the left pointer to where the right pointer was originally, right? So the left pointer equals where the right pointer was. And then you would think, oh, and then we just update the right pointer, moved up by 1, 2. But notice, we have to move the right pointer up regardless. So we don't put that here in the else. We would actually put that outside here, because we also need to move the right pointer up even if there is a profit, right? To make sure we find the maximum one. There could be a maximum one in the future. So in both of these cases, no matter what, we still have to move the right pointer forward. So now after this loop runs, the result variable should store the maximum profit, and we can just return that value here. So if I didn't make any mistakes, the test case should pass. And yeah, let's submit that. Well, Leetcode is known for doing that, but this is a pretty optimal solution. I'm pretty sure if I submitted this again and again, it would be better. But yeah, there you go.